Hashem, Yahushua, Bahashim, Wakaf
So, as you can imagine, it's cold out here. It's snowing a little bit. And so, we just decided to come out here. You know, it's a change of pace.
Yeah,
Change of pace. So,
the way it just on my spirit to come out here, especially the way everything is looking out here. All these prophecies cracking off one after another. Like the stage is truly like set. Because I was meditating, like, what prophecies are we waiting on? I thought of the famine of the word and the mark of the beast. What else are we waiting on? Maybe the elect all being gathered together, but I think, some say the elect are already, initiated. We don't know. We have no way of knowing that for sure, but the way it's looking, we don't have much time here. Like, the Lord's on his way.
yeah, I mean, the Most High can come for us very, very soon. The scripture said that no man knows the hour nor the day. However, we have signs to gauge where we're at in terms of prophecy.
Elder Apostle Tahari coined it this year, the hopeful year of our deliverance and the destruction of Esau's kingdom. So Lord willing.
That's all we can do is hope, though.
Yeah.
Because Most High only knows what this year has in store.
We're not even 2 weeks in yet, and there's a lot of things going on.
Yeah, like the fires in California, which I don't feel no sympathy.
It's the Lord's judgment. Like, it is what it is.
It'd be a different story if it happened somewhere in Watts, Compton, somewhere in the
Where
hood.
Jake be struggling.
Yeah, where you have the average Jake just trying to survive and struggle. But as for them folks over there that lost their homes, they'll bounce back. They'll be good.
Shit, that's probably just one of their homes. They probably got somewhere else to go.
Exactly.
This is Zechariah chapter 9, verse 12. It says, "Turn you to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee."
Yeah, because we are prisoners of hope. We're locked into this truth. And really, if you want to go deeper, this world that we're living in is like a jail. It's like we're incarcerated. Ever since we was born, we've been incarcerated. And we've been dealing with pain, struggle, trauma, bouts of depression. Because this really isn't a life for us to be living.
Right.
I mean, we're under financial slavery. As soon as you're born into this world, you got your birth certificate, your social security number, and the expectation is when you turn 15 or 17, you gotta go out there and get a job where they pay you the least amount of money that they could possibly get away with, and you don't even have enough money to really support yourself.
Right.
So that's the expectation that we're subject to under this captivity in America.
And it was all strategically done that way too.
Exactly.
That's capitalism. In order for capitalism to work, 85% of the people have to fail. So it's all a system that Esau Edom has set up for us.
And that makes sense too, because if you look up the percentage of people in the U.S. that make six figures, it's less than 15%, maybe 10%.
Yeah.
There's not many people out here that are making much money.
And then you got to add on top of that, what percentage of them are actually Jake?
Exactly. But yet, Jake born into this world, and you already know that the world is against you. You're not gonna get a fair shake.
You got to work twice as hard as Esau to get ahead in the system.
10 times harder.
So Zechariah 9 and 13. Says, "When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as the sword of a mighty man." That's it. You got a precept?
Yeah. 2 Timothy 4:2.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 4. I'll start the first verse. It says, I charge thee, therefore, before the Most High, and the Lord Yahushai, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom.
Yeah, judge the what?
Judge the quick and the dead at his appearing and his kingdom. Meaning the quick, the ones that's of the understanding, that have the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures, and the dead being the congregation of the dead, the one that don't have the understanding, the 2/3.
Yeah, those that are dead from the neck up. Dead spiritually or mentally. You know, they can't get a grasp of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we're trying to give to them.
It says, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine.
With all long suffering. Because it's really like we're doing a bid right now in this world. Like we just can't wait until all of this is over. However, it's like we don't want to dwell on the end of the world as much as we like to, because at the end of the day, you know, you still got to deal with your day-to-day life. So everything you do has to be done in increments. You can't get too ahead of yourself.
So it's a balance. If you lean too strong either way, you're going to destroy yourself. Hearkening on just the destruction of this world, yeah, we pray on it, but we still have to live out our day-to-day lives. Because if you just hearken on that, you'll be completely miserable. But if you lean too much on the other side, that means you love this world and you're going to be destroyed.
Exactly. So it's okay to placate on the end of the world. However, there's a balance. You know what I mean? There's a balance. Because if you get too obsessed with it, then the most high still ain't come in. You might get frustrated, you might fall out the truth.
Right.
Because that's what happened in the year 2000. Dude thought the Most High was going to come, he did it. He didn't come for his people.
It says,
I didn't see that.
The 2 Timothy 4:3 says, for the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears.
Yeah, because they want to hear like good news, the congregation. So if you're in charge of a congregation, the people that are itching to hear something that sounds good, you're just gonna give it to them. You're gonna take advantage of them. You're gonna make some money. That's exactly what they do in these churches.
Prosperity doctrine. America's gonna bounce back. This place is through.
Go to the Christian church. What are you gonna see? A congregation full of women and the pastor is pimping. Making money off them.
And the simp men.
And they playing music, dancing,
shucking and jiving, committing adultery. All kind of shit going on in the church. It says, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables.
Yeah, like Jesus is God. Come on, man.
If you don't do right, you're gonna burn in hell.
Yeah, the hell fairy tale, because that's what it is.
Right.
If you don't do good in life, you're gonna go to hell and burn for all eternity.
In order to get into the kingdom of heaven, you just gotta be a good person. That's all lies.
So listen, the only way you're gonna make it into the kingdom is if you're of the elect.
Right.
That's it.
The Lord doesn't give a fuck that you opened up a soup kitchen or that you volunteer for the church.
No matter what, the elect is gonna make it. That's what it comes down to. So it's not like we're saved by the law, even though we do keep the laws to the best of our ability. We're saved through grace, faith, and the Maki of Yahweh.
That's the thing. None of us know who the elect is. That's why it says, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
So even like now, what we're doing, we're trying our best to be diligent. It's cold out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's the winter time, right?
The flesh don't want to come out here, but the spirit is like, you got to do something. You can't do nothing.
You could be going through something totally different today, but you just know it's like, you gotta go out there. You gotta do something.
And that's also the fear of the Lord too.
And then it's also uplifting to your spirit too, to some degree.
It's like when you go to the gym the day you don't want to go or some shit, but afterwards, after your workout, you be feeling better. Like, I'm glad I did go.
Yeah.
So 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 5, it says, but watch thou in all things, endure afflictions, do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. For I am now ready to be offered, and the time of my departure is at hand. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course, and I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at the day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing.
Keep in mind, this is written over 2,000 years ago. This is Apostle Paul speaking. So Apostle Paul is talking about himself and his fellow brothers that do the work and that have faith, because ultimately they're going to be rewarded. And that's what we're hoping for. Hopefully we're of the first fruits and we get delivered from the destruction of Babylon the Great.
Because we hate this place. Like, this place has nothing to offer us. We don't want your money. We don't want riches. We just want to get the hell out of here. Nothing will satisfy us but the kingdom of heaven.
Matter of fact, get Psalms 55 for me, please.
Like, this riches and all this shit that Esau Edom gives you, it just pacifies you. Let's start at the top.
Get the second verse.
Yeah.
Start there.
So second verse. This is Psalms 55 and 2. It says, attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make a noise because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked.
The oppression of the wicked. So right now we're oppressed. This is not our rest. This is not our kingdom. Who is the wicked? Esau Edom.
Says, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. My heart is sore pained within me.
Yeah, because it's like every day you got to think about how you're going to make it through the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the saying, don't worry about tomorrow. Today has its own troubles.
Yep.
Day after day, there's something that's just, you got to deal with here in this system.
Whether it be personal or whether it's something that's being thrown on you by somebody else.
Right. It can be just.
There's always something you gotta worry about.
Yeah, it's just minor things that just stack up on top of each other that just makes it a nuisance. In the kingdom of heaven, we just won't have to deal with none of this no more.
Yeah, like who the hell wants to get up and work at 9 to 5 every day?
Right.
Like, be real.
Go get fucking registration, car registrations, and all this stupid shit. Like,
we would have been better off living like the Native Americans off the land.
right.
Build our own house. Build our own communities. Live off the land.
Right.
Work for ourselves.
But again, even in this world, we couldn't live like that if we wanted to. That's against prophecy. Esau Edom's just gonna come and destroy it anyway.
Yep. And then on top of that, even if you did, get a plot of land, build your own homestead, guess what? You still gotta pay property taxes on it.
Right.
So no matter how you slice it, you're gonna have to have some sort of income here in America.
Right.
You're just gonna have to. So everything you get, you're gonna have to work hard for. So this is a new slavery we're dealing with.
It says, because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they cast iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. My heart is sore pained within me, and the terrors of death are fallen upon me.
Terrors of death, because we're eating fake food,
Right.
you know? We're dealing with a toxic environment. We're dealing with stress, because everything starts in the minds. When something is hurting you, it's hurting you. It can start from the mental, and then it leads to the physical.
If something feels like it's killing you, it's killing you. It says, fearfulness and trembling are come upon me.
Yeah, because she's like, yo, how am I gonna pay my bills? I just lost my job. Oh, this job's not paying me enough. Now I gotta take up a second job. I gotta get a new side hustle.
And then think about it, like, back in like the ancient world, we didn't have the stress of paying bills every single month. Something that just comes and goes, you never just done away with it. There's always bills you're gonna have to pay here. So it's like, especially if you're a person that lives check to check, it's a stress that you constantly deal with. It's a never-ending stress.
Because this is our land, right? Like, we all have a right to this world to some degree, right? So, with that being said, when you go back to the law, every Israelite was allowed to have a plot of land, right?
There was no homelessness, people just out here destitute, not being able to eat.
Because we didn't ask to be here.
Right.
Like, why we gotta pay for water?
Taxes. Taxes is wicked as fuck. There's no way around it.
They literally monetize our lives.
Yeah.
Our ways of living. They monetize that under this capitalist system.
You gotta pay for everything. Like, that shit is wicked as fuck. I get my check at the end of the week. You get the money out of it before I see it. And then when I go spend the remaining money I have to pay taxes with that remaining money. That shit is fucked up.
And then also, when you go back to the law in Israel, it was really hard for you to just be flat out on your back.
Right.
Because you could have worked for somebody, you could have been their servant for what, 7 years?
Yep.
7 years, and then if you decided you wanted to stay under that man, continue to work for him, and you found a wife for him, then you got to be locked in with him for life. So technically, you would have been taken care of for the rest of your life.
And you had to get the oil in your ear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's not like you was well off. It's not like you was just getting by.
Yeah,
you was well off.
At the end of the 7 years, you would have substance.
Yeah, you would be able to move and start your own thing.
Yeah, and you learned how to work, a trade.
Right.
So, you'd be good all on your own. You would have your lands. So that's why, in the ancient world, it was a better way of living, a better way of life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was more sustainable as opposed to this economic system that we're under today, where they just print money. They tell you to work a job, and your prosperity and your livelihood is predicated on how the economy is doing.
Right.
So what happens when the economy is not doing too good? What happens when we're going through a depression? Then you start suffering. You start feeling it. So the Bible is perfect. The law is perfect. The scriptures even say that. So the ways of living according to the scriptures is much more sustainable.
That's exactly why the kingdom of heaven is not only a want, but it's a need, not just for the Israelites, but for the planet Earth.
Yeah, because they don't realize that, like, let's say the heathens, the other nations, become our servants in the kingdom of heaven. Guess what? They're gonna go from this financial slavery system to being under our system, where they get taken care of. They have a place to stay, a place to live, and all they gotta do is work.
You'll still be ruled over, but at least you'll be ruled over in righteousness.
Yeah. I mean, what would you rather deal with? Would you rather deal with having a place to stay and you don't gotta worry about bills, but you just have to work? Or would you rather be a financial slave where all money that you make, spending 40 hours a week at a job, some people work more, and then, you don't even have nothing to show for it. You know what I'm saying? You're all stressed out. You don't have time to work with your family, cultivate your passion, you know what I'm saying?
You work your whole life, got nothing to show for it. You rent and lease your whole entire life.
Or you get a mortgage and they charge you interest on top of that, which is usury.
That shit is it's all a system to just keep you under, just keep you a slave, to keep you in the matrix.
Exactly. Keep running the rat race. But we're trying to free the minds of our people. Well, only the people that are gonna listen. And it's like majority of the Israelites, they don't want it. So guess what's gonna happen to them?
Yeah.
Destruction.
So
But they'll be alright in the end.
this is Psalms 55, next verse. It says, fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror hath overwhelmed me. That's it on that.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see if I got another one. That's it.
Like here it is,
Isaiah 46 and 9.
46 and 9. This is Isaiah chapter 46, verse 9. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am God, and there is none like me.
Yeah, so remember the former things of old, whether it be like the way you live, or whether it be, the laws and how to conduct yourself in the Bible. Because all of it leads to prosperity at the end of the day.
Following the ways of the Lord, it's not like it's going to lead you down a dead end.
Like, one of the reasons why we're able to cope in this world is because we have the understanding of the scriptures.
Right.
But if it wasn't for that, then it's like, what would we have to fall on?
We'll be through.
What would we lean on? It's like we have complete understanding of why things are the way that they are in this world.
Right.
And we know that this is temporary. It's not going to be like this forever.
That's the hope, that, this is temporary. We know that it gets better after this.
Exactly. And imagine if it didn't. Imagine if things stayed the way that it's going right now.
You want to give up the spirit.
You would just be like, yo, I'd rather just be in the spirit world.
Facts.
You don't have money. You don't have cars. You don't got girls.
We rent homes. Like we don't have, you have nothing here in this kingdom. Everything that you got can be taken away from you. That can't be said in the kingdom of heaven.
All you got is drugs, bills, stress.
Right.
And you wonder why there's an epidemic going on in this country. You got people strung out in the corners and walking around in the streets. People are alcoholics.
And people just
Because they want to
overall.
escape. They want to find a way to escape.
Yeah, they want to take off the edge. That's why everybody walking around is just depressed. If you say you're happy in America, you're either lying or you just fucked up.
Or you came from a third world country and you think that this is, amazing.
It's crazy. You still busting your ass, washing dishes in a hot ass kitchen.
Like, you really want to do that every day for the rest of your life?
Exactly. Like what? How much better does it get?
Or let's say you did go to college route. You did everything right. You found a job that pays you a decent amount of money or whatever, 6 figures. There's always going to be something you got to sacrifice. There's always going to come with something that you have to sacrifice in your life, whether it be like your personal life, your personal time. You know what I mean?
Time is the big one.
Yeah, because time is something you can never get back.
Right.
But under this system, you got to work for somebody else for 20, 30 years, and maybe just maybe when you hit 60 something, you could retire, and then 3 to 5 years later, maybe you'll be alive still.
Right.
To enjoy the rest of your days.
Fucking live 2 years after your retirement.
That's what the average retiring age is 68.
Is it? I thought it was like.
You should Google that.
Yeah, I thought it was like 54 or something. I could be wrong. The average retirement age is between 64 and 66.
Oh, I was close. So imagine that. You retire at 66 years old, and inflation kicked in, and you don't even have enough money to really live. So you got to pick up another job after you retire.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that. So it's like, what time do you really have to relax and kick up your feet and rest in this world? Unless you made it big, unless you really set yourself up. You see, that's why the smart thing to do is to just really leave America.
Your money will take you further anywhere else there. I googled the average life expectancy for black men in the United States is around 72 years. So you retire at 62 and you're dead by 72.
10 years.
I mean, you retire at 66, but you're dead at 72.
Oh, so you
Like,
ask
come
one
on,
or two
man.
people.
This place
That's
is
what fair idea about
through.
it. You see what I'm saying? You know, the whole fair idea about it now.
This is Isaiah 46 and 9. I'll read it again. It says, remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done.
Yeah, because the Most High knew it was going to come down to this. We just had to play our role.
Yeah.
And the way I see it, we're gonna get an Oscar.
A what?
We're gonna get an Oscar,
Says,
which is really that crown that's gonna be.
yeah,
up
that
there.
crown.
So see how I replaced it.
Says
This
the
is like the Most High's movie at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He's the director. You know,
ultimate director.
and we're just
We all
playing
got
our
a role
part.
to play. Whether your role be of the 2/3 or the 1/3, everybody got a role to play. It says declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. That's it.
You got a precept.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 24. I'm going to start the first verse. It says, behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down.
And so the way the Most High is gonna do that is through the missiles, ICBM missiles, hypersonic missiles, nuclear, of course, and then also from the chariots or the drones, like the media's been calling them lately.
Yeah. It says,
So-called UFOs, because they're gonna actually be able to dish out destruction. You know,
yeah, you ain't seen nothing yet.
people are being facetious now, being like, oh, they got all this UFO sightings. Why don't they come down here and do something? Save us. And there's people that are in the world, they're not even in the truth.
Yeah,
They're like,
I seen that.
They're like, yo, we got nothing else to lose. Just go out here and do something.
There was this fucking Jake woman. She was bugging out. She was like,
Kick something off.
the aliens. She called them aliens, of course. She was like, y'all just out there. Come down here and save us. Do something.
Yeah.
She was bugging.
And all this.
Yeah. Like, do
Better
something.
than what we dealing with now. It gotta be.
That lets you know everybody in America is just, they through. Like, everybody's tired of this place.
Hell yeah, because like I said, this is no way for us to live.
Right. You work
Like, I don't
40
care if you're making $100,000 a year. I mean, just look at the culture.
That's still broke.
Yeah. Making 200,000 or $1 million. Look at the culture. You gotta worry about your wife leaving you, your kids
Yeah.
becoming demons. You gotta worry about their kids, generation. It's like the way of life is going down here. It's not going up.
Right. This place is through. It says,
You
behold,
think
the...
Trump is gonna save you? Come
Right.
on, man. What? January 20th is gonna be inaugurated.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens
They're
after
looking for
that.
him to implement some policy that's going to change your life for the better. Good luck. You'll be waiting. It says, behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, As with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury of him.
So
That's everybody.
That's everybody.
That checked all boxes. Said the land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Where you at with it?
It's Isaiah 24:4. This is the 5th verse. It says the earth.
Yeah, and that's why people are complaining now. Like, people are venting. It's because they realize that this world that we're living in is corrupt. It's not sustainable. And
Yeah.
it's weighing heavily on people's minds.
Years
It's
ago,
affecting your mental health.
there was things that you could do to put it off, you know. Like you had more money flowing through the economy, just things were
Years
America
ago,
was
you can get
better
a studio
place.
for $900.
Right.
And then you can get a job that pays you $25 an hour. You could live on your own.
The world was just a better place then. Now it's like everybody's being hit with the oppression. You
And
can't hide it
and
no
the
more.
inflation.
You can't
But
hide
you
it
know,
no more.
When it really starts to get real is when people's pockets start getting affected. That's
Yup.
what's happening now.
Yup.
People are really struggling to live.
It's knocking on your doorstep now. Now you feeling the squeeze. It says, this is Isaiah 24:5. It says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenant. It says, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Because you gotta think about it. World War III is brewing. That's looking like it's about to happen very, very soon. And so, how is it gonna end? I mean, you got countries with nuclear arsenals. You think they was built for no reason?
And you see,
I mean,
like,
connect the dots.
like what you said with the inflation, you know, everybody's feeling the oppression here. So what is that gonna implement? The CHIP, the MOTB. Like I said earlier, the stage is set. That's it on that.
And it could be this year, could be the year after. I mean, who the hell knows?
It's soon though. We don't got. It's not. I can't see us being here another 10 years. Like, the bubble has to pop. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 18. It says, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh, and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Sion shall be fulfilled. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show
What
these.
world is that? Esau's kingdom.
Right.
Because world just means a time in rulership,
An age.
age. The world that we see today, you know, like Earth, you know, it's gonna abide forever, like the scriptures say. It's not like the world is gonna engulf in the flames and everybody's gonna die. Like, no, that's not the case. It's just gonna be a transfer of power. That's what's gonna happen. That's the whole point of Yahweh Shai coming back. Like, people don't even realize that. They think Mashiach Yahweh Shai is just gonna come back and everything's gonna be going the way it is now. Just, you know, keep it just like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he's coming back to kiss babies and shake hands and shit.
And then the Catholic Church is still gonna be doing what they do.
Yo.
You know, touching the kids. You already know what that means.
Right.
So
Again,
Christian churches, they still gonna be kicking that prosperity doctrine, finessing you.
Christianity is a programming that's loosely based on the scriptures. They don't really know the Bible.
Exactly.
You're not getting no
And then on
wisdom
top
from
of
them.
that, it's given to us by our oppressors when we was in hardcore slavery hundreds of years ago. They gave you a slave Bible,
Programming.
and they gave you the image of Caesar Borgia. to get you further and further away from knowledge of self.
How is going to reboot the system, so to speak. In the kingdom of heaven, even when you're destroyed here, when you come back in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to be perfect.
You're an Israelite.
Right.
Now, if you're another nation, then it's a different story.
The last verse is 2 Ezra 16 and 20. It says that when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then will I show these tokens. The book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together.
The book shall be opened in front of the firmament, meaning everybody on this earth is going to have access to the truth via the internet.
That's it on that. This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but of this world.
So F the world, forget about it. Because this is temporary, like we said.
Yeah.
The kingdom of heaven is going to stand the test of time. It's going to last forever. That's where you should be trying to build equity in.
That's where you should be storing your treasure.
Why you want to hold on to this world for? There's nothing but pain and struggle.
That's why the Lord, I was meditating on it. All this hell we catch that's in this knowledge and this faith is to really frustrate you and aggravate you, and want you just want to haste to see the kingdom of heaven just come. So when you're tested on that great day of that MOTB system being implemented, you're gonna have the mindset of, fuck that, I'm not taking it. I'm gonna take it what? To stay here? I hate this place. So it's all works in the spirit.
So let me get this straight. You want to take the MOTB, you want to stay under the system, just for you to, cop a little bottle, and then maybe you have your little girlfriend,
right?
And y'all have a night together, and that's supposed to be the height of your life?
You can still work, you can still go to work.
That's what you want?
Work your 40 hours, get your little overtime.
We could have so much more. We're not... Never mind.
It says, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. That's it on that.
So it might not seem cool to be godly right now, especially in this world. But we don't let that phase us.
It pays dividends. We'll see it on the back end. Lord willing.
Word.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4. I'll start at the 16th verse. Actually, I'll start at 15. It says, for all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might, through the thanksgiving of many, rebound to the glory of the Most High. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
Yeah, because we're in these normal, regular bodies where you break down by the year.
By the day.
Or by the day. You know what I mean? However, we have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from the Most High, so it rejuvenates us spiritually, and it helps us continue, even though it's hard. It's hard on our bodies, you know what I mean? And it's hard mentally as well.
So it's the Holy Spirit that gets me out of bed every day, because I really don't got it left in me to fucking maintain in this rat race and just keep going on. I'm sick of this shit.
Straight like that, man.
It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
So what do we see? We look around, we see buildings, trees, business, places people live, they conduct themselves, right? But people don't realize the destruction and great judgment that's getting ready to happen to America for the tragedies and injustices that were carried out, especially against the 12 tribes of Israel. You know, for that, Esau, he's gonna have to pay, because this is this world that we living in right now. I mean, he got not just a country, but he has a world. Think about it. He controls a monetary system, laws that go into effect. You know, and if you can control the money and government, then you control everything.
Right.
Because when you break down the word government, it means mind control.
Yeah.
So that's why people are programmed to think the way that they think. You know, they spend their time in the school system, they come out, and they just have the mentality to, oh, you gotta become workers. You can't be independent. You know what I mean? Even if you did have that mentality, the system is structured and set up in a way to where it works against that mentality of being independent. You know what I'm saying? You try to do things your way, you want to build a homestead, you want to get some land. Like I said before, I'll say it again, you're still going to have to maintain some sort of income to pay your property taxes.
You could never live just off the land, secluded, minding your own business. As long as you're here on this fucking planet Earth, you still eat into your
I'd rather
business.
do that. Keep it real. I'd rather do that. Live off the land than work in this damn capitalist system. Under Esau, where you're gaining nothing.
Yeah.
You're really gaining nothing. You're getting nowhere. I mean, the cost of living is going up year by year. So it's like, how can you really survive out here?
America is really just a cancer to America is a cancer to the planet Earth. You know, if it wasn't for this faith, I would probably want to live in another country too.
Yeah, honestly, the only thing that's keeping me here is the fact that we got unfinished business.
Right.
A couple other things, but
And I want to
won't
be
mention.
here to see the judgment on this place. I want to be here.
Yeah. Like we really 10 toes down. It's like for better or for worse. You know what I'm saying? We make it, cool, great. If we don't, we should just be happy that we're Israelites and we get to see the downfall of our enemies.
Right.
Honestly.
Exactly.
Because that can't be taken away from us.
Win.
Promises of the Most High can't be taken away from us, whether we're of the elect or not.
It's a win-win. Like this faith, like you said, I forgot how you said it, but you was like, you know, this faith, it positions us in a place where we win either way. When you got this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you can't lose.
You got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Right. You got a precept?
Yes. Get Acts 3:25. That's the one.
This is Acts chapter 3, verse 25. It says, ye are the children of the prophets and of the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers.
Hold on. So you have the old covenant, which is made with our forefathers, right? Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the Most High also honored it with Moses, right?
Right.
So the Most High was clearly always dealing with the Israelites. I mean, you can't refute that.
Right. He says, ye are the children of the prophets and of the covenant which the Most High made with our fathers, saying unto Abraham, and in thy seed shall all the kindreds of the earth be blessed.
So who is this referring to?
Us.
The Israelites.
Right. It says, unto you first, the Most High, having raised up his son, Yahushai, sent him to bless you, and turning away every one of you from his iniquities.
Right, because how we're going to be turned away from our iniquities as a people, as the Most High's chosen people, is when we're under the new covenant. Because we couldn't honor and keep the old covenant, obviously. That's why we're in this predicament.
Right.
The Most High knew it was going to be that way. So, the Most High sent his Son. He gave us a Savior and a mediator. And once we're in the kingdom of heaven, that's when we're going to be perfected.
Let's sit on that.
I appreciate it. We'll take us out right. We're about to wrap it up.
I'm going to start at the 29th verse. Yeah, I started at the 29th verse. This is Psalms 89 and 29. Yeah, Psalms 89 and 29. It says, his seed also will I make to endure forever, and his throne as the days of heaven. If his children forsake my law and walk not in my judgments, if they break my statutes and keep not my commandments, then will I visit their transgression with the rod and their iniquity with stripes.
So that's what we're dealing with.
Nevertheless, my loving kindness will I not utterly take from him, nor suffer my faithfulness to fail. My covenant will I not break, nor alter the things that is gone out of my lips.
Right, so the Most High is going to honor his promise that he made to his children. Because we are the Most High's chosen people. So what do you think is going to happen when you defy the Heavenly Father? You're gonna get chastised. You're gonna be disciplined.
That's love.
And so, yeah, it is done out of love. And so that's what we're dealing with right now. That's why we're in this predicament. That's why we're at the bottom of society. That's why we're stressed out. It's because the Most High got us in this position, but it said what? He's merciful, right?
Yeah. The merciful power.
Right. And so, the mercy's going to kick in completely once this kingdom is wiped out. Esau's kingdom.
It says, once I have sworn by my holiness that I will not lie unto David. His seed shall endure forever, and his throne as the sun before me. It shall be established forever as the moon, and as a faithful witness in heaven. Selah.
And that's Yahushua, right? So the scripture said we're joint heirs with the Lord. So whatever Yahushua gets, we're going to get. We're going to have access to that.
I'm going to just read the 34th verse and the 35th verse in the NLT. This is Psalms 89 and 34 in the NLT. It says, no, I will not break my covenant. I will not take back a single word I said. I have sworn an oath to David, and in my holiness I cannot lie. His dynasty will go on forever. His kingdom will endure as the sun. It will be as eternal as the moon, my faithful witness in the sky. So just as sure as the moon and the sun is in the sky, the Lord is dealing with the Israelites. He's not dealing with no other nation.
And without the moon and the sun, we would all die.
Right.
So we all depend on it. So are those two constellations in the sky going anywhere? Obviously not.
Right.
So therefore, the Most High is going to honor his promise, and the earth is going to continue forever. We're just under new rulership once the time comes.
Right.
So with that, Kwame Shalom.
Shalom.